Welcome to Sharp Factory's Quick Start video tutorial series. On this video, we're going to talk about how to use navigation properties using the Sharp Factory framework. This video builds upon previous videos. So if you haven't watched the previous videos in the series, I suggest you stop this video and do so now. We're going to be using the same orders controller and the same orders view that we have been using in previous examples. Let's take a look at our screen. Let's fire up our application and click on the orders link. And we get the orders list that we're familiar with from other examples. Now, the column I want to change is this one that's called customer ID. Right now, it's just showing numbers. And that might be very useful for a person using the application. So what we want to do is we want to take advantage of a navigation property and we want to show the customer name. So let's close our application. First, we're going to make a couple of changes in our HTML view. First of all, instead of the customer ID, we want to actually call the customer object associated with this order. So we're going to say customer.customer name instead of the customer ID. Now, we're going to change the actual code that pulls this information from the entity. So in here, we have to make another change and we have to say customer name. So those are the changes we need to do from the HTML point of view. Now, from the orders controller point of view, let me close this. We have to make two changes to be able to take advantage of this navigation property. First of all, our query object takes a generic parameter of type order property. Now, we need to pass in a second parameter of type order nav property. So each entity in the Sharp Factory framework gets two enumerations. One that represents all the properties on the entity, and another one that represents the navigation properties on the entity. So we're going to say order nav property, and we hover over it so we can add the appropriate using statement. So that is step one. Now, once we have added this second parameter, a new method becomes available in the query object. So when we hit dot, we see the IntelliSense add nav prop. Now we're going to add the customer nav property. That's it. We've added the nav property. Now let's take a look at our application and see what the effect of this is on the screen. Let's click on orders. And now, as you can see, we have replaced customer ID by customer name. Very simple. I have also already prepared the second column, which was actually showing the salesperson ID before. So I have set it up to show the salesperson's actual name. So let's set up the second navigation property. Now, the order entity has many foreign keys pointing to the person table. So we need to be able to find the correct one to populate our salesperson ID. So when we look at the different navigation properties present, we see there are several of them are of person type. So when we hover over them, we can see the IntelliSense tells to which property they are related to. This one in particular is related to the last edited by property, so that's not the one we need. The next one is related to the contact person ID. That's not the one we need either. So if we scroll down a little bit, we find person 3, and person 3 is related to salesperson person ID, which is exactly the property we're looking for. So we enter this one and we fire our application again. Now let's take a look. Let's click on the orders now. As you can see, now the salesperson property displays the actual name of the salesperson related to this particular order. And if we scroll through the different pages, we will be able to see different people associated to the different orders. And that's it. That's how simple it is to use navigation properties using the Sharp Factory framework. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching.